All right, hey everybody, this is gonna be your broadening formations video. All right. So since the first creation of broadening formation video, um, definitely have an easier way of explaining it. So one, just speaking, because this is basically gonna be like a part two to the first video, all right? Because I'm not gonna delete that one. I'll just call that one part one, call this one part two. And now this time I'm using Thinkorswim instead of TradingView. All right. So with broad information, right? Price likes to take out one side of the range and go and take out the other side of the range, right? That's why a lot of times on a higher time frame, well, on a higher time frame, a broad information is a three. Like if we're looking at crowd right now and we go to the week, you'll see that it just did 2 threes back to back, right? Because as you know, with the three candle, price likes to start in one direction, fail, and then go and take out. So it likes to take out one side, right? So it'll go like, for instance, with this first three, it went two up, broke the high of the previous candle, barely. It barely went two up, but you can see it poking up. All right, because the high of this candle is 269.89. The high of this candle is 269.68. So it did break above it. So it started as a two in one direction, failed, and then came out and took out the other side of the candle, right? That's in essence a broad information, right? It takes out one side of the range. We know that price likes to take out one side of the range, go out and take out the other side of the range. A lot of times when y'all are drawing your broad informations, like a lot of things right now, you know, 7/26/2021, because who knows when somebody watched this video. Right now a lot of stuff is making all-time highs, right? They're running exhaustion risk. So a lot of times when you go try and draw the broad information, you be like, I can't draw the bottom of it because it has to go create it. All right. Or I can't draw the top of it in some situation because it has to go create it. All right. So like Rob would say, it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. All right. So again, broad information, let's take out one side of the range, go out and take out the other side of the range. A lot of times they tell you, you can easily just draw from a three, right? So when you're drawing the top of the broad information, you draw from a high to a lower high, right? High to lower high, low to higher low, right? And it creates this basically like greater than sign, all right? Basically like greater than sign. So I can see myself, boom, boom, greater than sign. If your broad information is like this to the up direction, doing this, it's not a broad information. It has to look like this, right? It has to look like a greater than sign. That's the essence of a broadening formation, all right? But if let's say it's not a three, all right, on the higher time frame. A lot of times I like to draw my broad informations on the weekly and daily for the type of trader I am. I'm mostly either day trading or swinging for a couple of days, right? So I don't necessarily worry too much about drawing it like on the monthly stuff like that. But you can draw it on the month, week, day. Some people that scout, they draw their broad information on the 1 hour. All right. Or even sometimes like the 15 minute, right? But a lot of times when you draw something on the lower time frame, it'll look right on a higher time frame. So for instance, the easiest way to draw the broad information if you don't have a three, right, is look at price, see how price wiggles and moves. You see that? All right. So you know it's the top of the broad information when price has reversed. That's the easiest way I can tell you. You know it's the top when price reversed. You know it's the bottom when price reversed. So what do I mean? In this situation right here, you see it went 2-1-2, right? If we use the strat principles on, especially with this one, right? It went two up, right? This is a two up. This is a two down reversal. So right here, you can say this is the high, right? So you can draw back here from this high back to this lower high, right? Because price reversed right here. Price went two up, then went two down. It reversed. All right. Then you see price comes down, right? Boom, price went down. Now from here, it went two down, two up, and it has been going up, right? So this is the bottom. How do we know it's the bottom? Because that's where price reversed at. All right. So boom, got a broad information. We go up to the weekly. You see, for the most part, it might not have went to this new high, but basically it's for the most part right. You see what I'm saying? The only difference is if you draw from right here, but we don't know that this is the high, this is the top until it reverses. So if it does a 2-1-2 reversal to the downside, then this is the top. And then we could draw from here back to there, right? And we'll have a better top to the broadening formation. But we don't know this the top until price actually reverses. All right. So that's the easiest way to draw a broadening formation. Let me see, check out something else. Clear this chart. All right. So boom, same thing. We just look and see where price reverse. So as you can see, price, if I just zoom in right here, price reversed off the top right here, went 3 down. 3 is a 1-bar reversal, went down from here. So boom, we could draw back from this high back to the lower high. So now we get that upward motion. All right. Now we just got to draw the bottom to make it look like that. All right. Then we see price reverse right here, 2 down, 2 up reversal. It's not going to always be a 2 down, 2 up, or 3. Just look at, see where price reverses. All right. It could be anything. It could be a 2-1-2. It could be a 3. It could be a 2 up, 2 down reversal, 2 down, 2 up reverse, depending on if it's the top or the bottom. But anyways, we draw from this low. You could draw it back like this. Some people draw that sharp, or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I like to just find a lower high, boom. I mean, a higher low. So low, lower low to higher low, higher high to lower high, boom. Go to the weekly and look at it. Boom, for the most part, it looks good. The only thing is on the weekly, you probably could have, you know, instead go from here back to here. But still, it's the same principle. See, price went up, reversed, went 3-2 to the downside. This is the top. You know it's the top because it reversed. Boom. We just got a smoother, um, smoother, lower high to draw it back to. So if we go down to the week, I mean, go down to the day, boom. You see what I'm saying? But it's just cutting through the price. All right. So it could go either way, but still, it basically almost looks like the way I drew it. See what I'm saying? It's just a little angled a little bit higher. Or I probably could draw it from here back to that one. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Still looks good though, either way. This one, I like that one better though. Boom, back to here. Boom. Should look good on the week. Boom, you see? So as you can see, all you got to do is see where price reversed. Price reversed from the top right here. Boom, came down. Price reversed from the bottom, went up. Boom. Broad information. Now we'll see if it continues up or if it will, you know what I'm saying, reverse and go down. All right. So that's basically how you draw broad information's easiest way to do it. Just see where price reversed, where it reversed from the top, came down. So it was going up, price reversed from going up and came down. See where price reversed off of coming down and went back up. And that's the easiest way to draw your broad information. Because as you can see, price likes to move in a wiggly pattern, right? And that's what the broad information helps your eyes get used to, seeing that price likes to come up and go down, come up and go down, almost like a roller coaster ride or like waves in the ocean, right? It's almost look like a waves in the ocean. Boom, boom. And your broad informations, there will be new broad informations created. Eventually, price will break out of this broad information and go up, or it could break out of it and go down. Because like there was a previous broad information right here. Let me give you an example. Price going to creating a new broad information. It was the previous top almost. Boom. This one actually might still be valid a little bit. But nah, it's a little bit crisper right there. But and then you could draw from here back to there. You see, this was the bottom, wiggled up, made a newer bottom right here before reversing, right? Because price reversed. It didn't come all the way down here. It reversed right here. So boom. Then it went up, came down a little bit, created like a newer bottom, right? See what I'm saying? And create a little bit of a closer top, right? Because it ends up reversing. Well, I did draw it from here back to here. So it's stuck in like a new broad information, stuck in a new range, right? So the range that it wants to eventually wiggle out of is this newer one that we created up here. But you see how broad information, it will create new broad information, You can adjust the lines or just completely redraw it. But again, easiest way to see a broad information is just to see where price reversed. All right. It was coming up, reversed off the top, came down, reversed off the bottom, was going up to the top. If it goes up here and then reverses and come down, wherever price reverses off the low, let's just say it make a higher high. Let's say it go higher than this line. Then if it reverses and starts coming down, boom, you can adjust the mark. All right. Because you know for sure that's the high because that's where it reversed. All right. So that's the way I teach y'all to draw it, is just see where price reversed. And you can see price reverses here, price reverses there. Gave you 2 examples. If you have any questions, write a comment in the comment section. If I need to make a part 3, I'll make a part 3. I can break it down even more, but I know that this is like one of the simpler ways for people to see it. Now it's just to look where price actually reverses. And that's the easiest way to draw it. So you can look for like one of the reversal patterns, like 3, it went 3 off the top of the broad information. It went 2 down, 2 up off the bottom of the broad information. That's how you know it's the bottom. That's how you know it's the top. All right. If you need anything, just ask me, comment in the comment section. Let me know anything else. I'll make sure I'll, continue to help y'all get broad informations. And again, if I didn't say this last time, your broad information is your support and resistance. This is how we know it's resistance, right? We know it's resistance up here because it reverses off here. We know this is support because it does a 2 down, 2 up reversal off of the support. It bounces off of it. So again, your broad informations are your support and resistance. It's just that we don't, in the strat, we don't believe the support and resistance is horizontal because price likes to take out like the previous range. It likes to take out the previous candle. That's why when we're setting our price targets, we're setting it for pivots. And as you can see at the top, all price wanted to do was take out the top of this 2 up candle. It just wanted to take it out before coming down, taking out the bottom and continuing down. All right. Right here, price wanted to come down. And, obviously it took out this candle right here. It took out this one with this one. And then this candle just wanted to take out the bottom with that one. All right. And now it's going back up. Price loves taking out the highs and the lows. All right. And that's why we aim for that. All right. Because those are pivots and those are obvious places that people put their stop loss. A lot of times price is just trying to break outside the range, even if it's by 0.01 cent. It likes to just break above and then come back. That's why in the other aspects of the strat, setting your magnitudes and your price targets is so important, because a lot of times price will hit it and then reverse, because all it wants to do is take it out. It wants to just go like 0.01 cent above it and then reverse the other way. All right. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but as you can see, again, with broad information, it likes to take out one side of the range, go out and take out the other side of the range. All right. And that's what 3s often do. Oh, a perfect example of liking to take out one side of the range and going out and taking out the other. I'll pull up Chewy real quick. Chewy had triple outside on weeks, because we're on a weekly chart. See, it went 3 here. It took out the top, wanted to take out the top of this 3, go down and take out the bottom of the 3. All right. Then this next 3 happened. It takes out the bottom of this 3, goes up, takes it out. Now we might have another outside week because Chewy took out the top. Boom. Now it looks like it may want to come and take out the bottom. All right. Let me delete that one. All right. So it could go outside week again. All right. So that's what price likes to do. Take out one side, take out the other. Take out one side, take out the other. Take out one side, may potentially go down and take out the other. All right. And this is beautiful because you see it's widening, it's constantly widening the broad information. All right. But catch y'all later.